Hello everyone, this is Rob and welcome back to Media Awareness and another spoiler-free film suggestion video. Before I go any further, I'd like to ask you all to consider subscribing to my channel. Every subscriber means the world to me, and I would love to have you become part of my YouTube family. Also, please consider clicking the bell icon, which will notify you of any uploads I decide to make, as well as clicking the like button if you like this video. You're also welcome to comment below, of course, and if you're not comfortable commenting publicly, there'll be a link to my personal Facebook in the description below where you can contact me privately and personally. That's your choice. There's also a Patreon link in the description. You can view my perks at this time and consider possible membership. However, I'm not currently taking memberships yet. I almost have things up and running there. So if you'd like to, you can shoot me a message on Facebook and let me know what package you would be interested in and uh, what what content you'd like to see more of on my channel. So this week I decided to change things up a little bit, and I had been doing primarily films, and there was I forget when it was, but I saw a trailer for this in the movie theater, and I got really excited because I had read the book, and the book was phenomenal in my opinion, and I thought I would love to see this. And it turned out that it wasn't even a film, it was a Hulu original series. It was actually a miniseries of, I think, 4 or 5 episodes total. I'm talking about 11/22/63. Of course, the date refers to, or is specific to, I should say, the JFK assassination. And if you know anything about this specific series, you will know that Stephen King wrote the book, and I read the book, and I highly recommend the book. But I also highly recommend this series. It stars James Franco as a character named Jake Epping, and basically he is transported through time to stop the assassination of JFK. And he decides to do so and to embark on this journey more so out of feeling of remorse and guilt over the loss of a friend of his. And this story is just rich with characters and amazing scenery. The way this is shot, you would swear you're looking at the exact time frame. And I cannot praise this enough. This is a work of art, and it doesn't get enough attention. People often talk about Stephen King's original It, and they also get it confused and think it was a theatrical film initially when it was a TV film. This was a Hulu original film that I actually thought was going to be an actual film, but I'm glad it wasn't because it gave the story time to breathe, and it had a lot to say. Stephen King books, as a general rule, are long. No way of getting around that. And I I got the book on audio CD. I had my choice of the standard audiobook and the MP3 audiobook. I chose the MP3 uh, just to save on space, less discs. And I couldn't stop reading it. It was just so compelling. So when I saw this series, I watched this at least, you know, between 10 and 20 times so far since I've owned it. It is just a captivating tale, and it delves into a lot of historical events that actually occurred. Now, what's interesting, and this is where the plot really gets interesting and really um, kind of is intriguing, is the way Stephen King wrote the book and wrote this to be is that if you try to change certain events in the past doesn't want to be changed, and it pushes back. And it could be as subtle as forcing you to walk left as opposed to right. Just as an example. But it's a lot more severe than that in most cases. And the closer you get to actually changing history, the more events can push back at you and cause you to suffer emotional or physical damage or both. So it's interesting that that's an aspect of this time travel in this story. Also, the gateway to the past is located in a diner, in the back closet of the diner. And if you go through the portal, you're at a certain event in the early 1960s. I believe it's 1960, 60 or 61, I forget. But you're you have to wait things out until events that you want to change, specifically the assassination of JFK, you want to stop that from happening. You have to wait that long and basically live in the past for that long. Gather information, make sure that everything that you have is accurate. But if you go back through the portal and the future is different and you decide to step back through, the past resets to that exact same day and time that you arrived at initially, which I think is a fascinating concept because it's not traditional time travel where you can choose your location, you can choose, you know, everything. You look at Doctor Who, you look at the Time Machine, and there was a lot of choice involved with destinations. In this, you're only able to travel back in time to one specific day and time. And every time you travel back to that day and time, that all resets the history and resets the present to what it currently is or was. So if you screw something up in the past, you could go through the portal, walk back through, and everything's fine. Theoretically. So that's something to keep in mind as well. It's a fascinating take on time travel. It's a fascinating take on different aspects of the JFK assassination, different theories that were put forth as to who was behind it, and just an all around moving story in general. I highly recommend 11/22/63. I have the Blu ray. It is available to stream on Hulu, and however you decide to watch it, you will not be sorry. This is definitely worth having, worth watching, whatever you desire, it's your choice. I thought it was good enough to own, and therefore I own it. And I do not regret it whatsoever. So if you have seen this, or if you're curious about it and want to know more, let me know. I'd like to know your thoughts. And once again, to remind you all to consider clicking the like button, consider commenting, consider becoming a subscriber and becoming part of my YouTube family. Don't forget to click the bell icon to be notified whenever I upload something new. And you're also welcome to contact me on my personal Facebook. There's also a link to the Amazon Media Awareness wish list. You can visit that at your leisure as well. And if there's anything you want me to review on there, let me know as well, and I will do so. This is Rob with Media Awareness. Have a wonderful night. Bye.